If you're only posting reels and a little bit of carousels, you're leaving money on the table. Not because your content is bad, but because you're missing that one thing all top creators use to convert their followers into buyers and in 24 hours generate results like this. And if you're wondering what that thing is, it's actually very simple. Instagram stories combined with CCC framework. And this framework is so simple that in the next few minutes I will show you how to recreate it for yourself and start getting the same results like everyone else does. So watch this video carefully until the very end. Today we will talk about CCC framework. So first C is for catch, which basically means we hook people into our sequence, Instagram story sequence. Second C is convey. We connect them on a pain point or struggle or common ground, or we introduce the resources we mentioned in the hook. Basically this framework is well known among 6-7 figures entrepreneurs. For example, this guy built his following to 400,000 plus followers, and with this story sequence he in only one day gets results like this. Or even these guys, so Alessio and Brian, they build also the similar size of followers and they build business to 6 figures only with Instagram stories. And even this guy, Nick Setting, he have less followers than previous guys, but he builds astonishing business with Instagram stories. As we can see, $300,000 plus in 1 month, so in December 2025. As you can see, all of these guys use these stories, gets results like this, and their profile looks like this. So people begging to work with them, people love their lead magnet, people love their advice, need their advice. So basically they're all built this from this CC framework, catch, convey, close. And now that you see that this works for these creators, you can do this yourself. So in this video I will show you what this framework is, give you examples for each type of story template that teaches you how you can adapt this to yourself, and at the end what to do with those leads and close them in DMs using DM settings. This part I not include in the hook, but basically I will show you as a bonus because I think this is not complete information without these DM settings. So we'll start with the first example right away. So the first example is this Instagram sequence story. So we have 4 stories. So first one is catch, story 1. We created a new AI tool and the tool name. So AI viral hook generator, as we can see, CCC viral hook generator. Basically this is a catch story because most people loves hook and love to use AI. So hooks and AI is a basically combination to grab someone's attention. So next is story 2, so convey. Basically they explain, we put together the most viral hooks our clients and we used to go viral on IG, and basically this is a social proof, so plus 200 million views. Then they explain what the tool does. So you type in your niche and then this tool customizes these viral hooks for your account. So we can see, so niche is fitness, so dream outcome is having a healthy body, and struggle, this struggle. So you type your niche, your dream outcome, your struggle, and then they write viral hooks for you. And the last story is close, so close story, story 4. So common hook to get this free tool now. Basically represent the clear call to action from the side of Create Content Club. Basically we can see this full system. So we first catch attention with viral hooks and AI tools that generate AI viral hooks. Then they convey, so connect them on these resources, explain what they do to create this with social proof, then explain how this works, and at the end, if you want, common hook to get this tool. So very clear and very powerful story. And right now I will show you templates, so how you can adapt it to yourself. So basically this is the template number 1. First story is catch. As we see, we created what? So we created a new asset type or tool, etc. So for example, this can be AI tool, but you can say we created a CRM for our client, we build custom GPT, we build Gemini Gem, Claude Agent, etc. And then name of the asset. Basically that's it. So we created, or you can say I created if you're a single person, they type we created, but you can say I created a new, let's say custom GPT, and then the name of the GPT. Next is convey, so story 2, we put together the most, so adjective assets, the most viral hooks our clients and us use to, so desired results in this case is to go viral on platforms. So for example, you can say on IG, and of course social proof as we said earlier. So we can say we created a list of proven storytelling techniques our clients and we use to go viral on YouTube. Basically, if you talk about YouTube and YouTube videos, etc., because the storytelling is very important for those types of videos. Then story 3, explain what you do. So you simply input or action, and then this tool or asset automated benefit. So in this case is customizes these viral hooks for your account or business, whatever. So you type in your niche and then this tool customizes these viral hooks for your account. And the last story is, as we said, close stories. So common hook, so common keyword, it can be anything, to get this free tool, offer, asset, etc. now. So as you can see, this is a very simple story sequence, has only 4 stories: catch, convey, close. And this is the template for this. By the way, if content is taking up way too much of your time and still not attracting the right ICP, this is exactly what we fix. Most business owners either spend hours creating content themselves that doesn't convert, or they don't post at all. But if you're working with us, that's completely different. We handle everything from strategy, research, ideas, scripting, editing, SEO, thumbnails, titles, and of course posting. And you only need to record 2 to 3 hours of content per month. If that sounds interesting to you, click the first link in the description and book a call with me and my team. Now let's continue with the video. Do not waste any time, we go to example 2. As you can see, this uses a question, so pool. Right there, I put together these 2 Instagram sequence stories with the same catch or hook, just to show you that you can use. So this one, are you using AI to create your content? So yes or no. This is powerful because you give a chance to your followers to interact with your story. Instagram sees that your followers like that story and promote to everyone else in the first place. So your story will be the first. So this is very broad, and for this question you want to be broad. So are you using AI to create your content? So basically it's a genuine question and no one can smell sales pitch from this or any sales. For example, in this case, are you already using Claude AI for your content? And basically yes or no. For the picture it doesn't matter, it can be you as this image working, etc. As you can see, this convey has story 2, 3 and 4. This story number 2 is basically perspective shift. So truth is, all of your favorite creators are using AI to stay on top of the game. This shift the perspective from I'm not using AI to all your favorite creators are using AI. And basically if you say yes, again it's very powerful because it says your favorite creators, because you want to be them and to stay on top of the game. Everyone wants to be on top of the game. So basically this is for all people who are struggle, and everyone wants to be on top of the game. So next is social proof. For the past months we use AI every day to get results like this, and you can see this social proof, this views, this views, this views, this views. So for example, this is pretty much a very big outlier. Next story is good news. We are giving you access to our automated content system, which is the bridge. So basically, no matter if they're using or not, they are curious by this, that favorite creators use AI to stay on top of the game and basically see that these are results possible with AI and they want the access. And this story is primarily example of the bridge. So good news, we are giving you access. The last story is close, story 5, reply keyword GPT, and we will send it to you right now. So in this example below you can see value drop. So basically they say they create a video about Claude, how I automate 90% of social media content with Claude Cowork. Look at this outlier. This is awesome. This is very good outlier. Claude is right now trending because crushes all the competitors, ChatGPT, Gemini. So basically bye-bye. And the last story is, like it or not, these tools give you a competitive advantage. So if you don't want to be left behind, FOMO, reply Claude to these stories and we will show you exactly how to install this to your business. So basically they will send you a link to this on YouTube, and that way they promote those videos. And here are the template for the second story sequence. So catch story 1. Are you using tool to create your content? So it can be Gemini, it can be ChatGPT, any tool. It can be AI, but specifically are you using ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, etc. to create your content, or any other tool that you can use to create content? And you put a pool for yes and no. Very genuine question. Story 2 is Truth is, all of your favorite roles, so for example in these favorite creators, are using AI to stay on top of the game. So this is basically a clear example of FOMO, fear of missing opportunity. We tell them that their competitors or experts are way ahead, and that way they need to use AI also to stay in the game. We have story 3. So for the past months we use AI every day to get results, social proof. You can say for the past time frame, for the past 6 months, etc. We use that tool to get results like this, and you visually show the social proof. Then convey good news. So we are giving you access to our asset name, in this case automated content system. So it's perfectly transitioned from education to the pitch, and the pitch itself reply keyword, and we will send it right now. So basically this is example 2 for people to interact with you with this pool and ask broad questions, very broad questions like this using AI, not niche down, broad. So everyone can go to these stories, but then on these stories, this story, and finally on this story. Same for this Instagram sequence. Now we go to example 3. So example 3 is basically the quiz. So we have catch or story, so quiz time. How much do you really know about Nexus? So this is the Devinjato program. Here's how it works. So we have 5 questions, get 3 out of 5, receive a free Nexus private training. And you can see this visual play now. Here are the questions. So what is the name of our guarantee? And you have this pool. Second question, pool again. Third question, fourth question. So basically I'm missing the story, but you get the point. And the close of this story is results. Did you get 3 out of 5 right? Fuck it, I'm feeling generous. A bullshit tactic. So reply with Nexus to claim your prize. So free Nexus private training, and I'm pulling this down in 24 hours. So basically this is logical because it's Instagram story, but it's for integrate FOMO into people who watch this. So basically you can use this for people to interact with your story, but instead of using on first slide, you use through all of these slides and then give a reward for that. But basically you are angel and feel generous and give them no matter on which questions they answer right. Here are the template. Quiz time. How much do you really know about your brand or your offer? So for example, mine is content mastery. So you can say how much do you really know about content mastery. Second to sixth story is about questions about results or offer. As we can see, what is the name of our guarantee? Average follower growth our best clients have, or what's the number one problem that we solve, or what is my business for? You can use controversial topics for people to stay engaged. For example, this, who is my business for? So influencers, OnlyFans managers, business owners. Of course, it's OnlyFans managers. So this is the correct answer to this question. And final story is close results. So did you get required score? Fuck it, I'm feeling generous. Then free prize and description on what the prize is. Reply with this to claim your prize, and I'm pulling down in time frame basically 24 hours because it's obviously story. But yeah, this is example 3, and to this moment you see this is very simple, this is very simple, and example 3 is also very simple. So this is so simple, as I said in the hook. Next is example 4. So we have these examples as an authority. For example, wake up to this. So every morning I wake up to this authority story, or you can use social proof. So basically success of your client to give results system or anything else that they use to generate results, followers, revenue, like that. They will show you in the story. Start with the catch or story 1. Every morning I wake up to this. So no ads, no cold outreach, just organic content. And as you can see, payments from Whoop and teaser. Here's how. Second story is convey. Over the past 2 years now, I've done nothing but master how to create targeted educational content that goes viral, that allowed me to replicate my results with hundreds of other business owners. So the 4 systems, and we can see visually represent these systems. So the content war plan, so personalized content strategy. Second is this, a proven blueprint to turn attention into prediction automation and scalable profit. And we can see third and fourth system. So how to get these systems, story of infrastructure, how they build business that get results like this in frame of 2 years right now. I created an 11-minute video breaking down what it would look like for us to implement this system into your business, and basically this is his VSL. Reply with profit and I will send it to you. He will send a landing page with his VSL, how he can implement these systems into your business. And the story below this, so catch story 1. This is one of our students. We can see their growth, their views. So she went from 1k to 358k followers by changing one simple thing in her content. And guess what? They use the same technique like in this example pool. They use that. Guess what? Trial reels, fixing her profile, adding text hooks, posting more. You can see in all of these videos is basically text hooks, and if you replied text hook, you're correct. So before we can see this low views and we can see this viral video. These are the one of the simplest way to instantly get people attention. And close story 3, we created a full list of 100 viral text hooks. Reply text and we will send them to you. So basically here are the template. Catch story 1. So every morning I wake up to this and you say your results or your notifications. For example, this notification from Whoop. Here's how. Next is convey, so dedication. Over the past, for example, 2 years time frame, I have done nothing but master this process, how to create targeted educational content that goes viral. So educational, not entertainment, but basically it is entertainment, but more like educational plus entertainment. For example, I created a video how to create killer short form videos that combine engagement and educational into one. So you can see that video in the second link in description. But of course, there's a fourth system that allowed me to replicate my results with hundreds of other business owners. And the 4 systems then is convey. These are the number 4 systems we used and list of components. So we visually represent 1, 2, 3, and 4. Last story is close, basically pitch. I created a X minute, so in this example 11-minute video breaking down exactly how this works. So reply with keyword. In this example is profit for your brand. Basically this turn your value, educational value, into lead generation story. Basically you can print money with this type of story. So as you can see, this is authority. You say that you wake up to this notification or you prove that your clients get results like this. So for example, from 1k to this amount of followers. I will show you one more example of the story so you can get a full picture of these types of stories that you can use. Basically these 5 examples you can use and change into your own niche, your own offer, etc. and to print cash. Here are the example 5. So basically this is a very good story and very good value in the story. So story 1, creating viral content has 4 different stages. As we can see, ideas, script, record, and edit. And then said these 2 can be outsourced, so giving to other people to generate your idea and to edit your videos. This can never be outsourced, so recording. You always need to record for your own brand. And then you can try to outsource this one, but you will end up with someone who's paying $90 per hour and knows nothing about your expertise, trying to make you look like an expert. This is a Devin Jatto philosophy, but I don't agree with this. Especially now with Claude, you can create a content that absolutely sounds like you with all of your informations, for example, your offer, your YouTube videos, your competitors, etc. With all of this information, Claude can turn scripts to sounds just like you write them. The most successful businesses owners all understand that they need system for this too. So idea, edit, so system that they can spend less and less time for these 2 things and master this, so scripting and recording. And as you can see, Devin Jatto is master of scripting his videos and recording his videos. Basically it's very engaging and it's very valuable content. The 7th is again the VSL. So you can stack up lead magnets for 2 2 or 3 different sequence, you can use same lead magnet, for example this VSL. So want to see what our viral content system could look like inside your business? Reply with Nexus. His offer for the details is just a fraction of what we offer. So basically he said that they have system for edit and ideas, and they teach you how to master scripting and recording, and it's a fraction of what we offer. So here are the templates. So creating this type of content, for example viral content, you can say educational content, you can say proof content, has number different stages, so 4 stages. In my video how to create killer videos, I said it has idea, scripting, editing and optimization, because I missed recording because it's irrelevant for this topic, because I cannot put too much sauce into how you record videos, because it comes with practice. You practice, and then you will start creating content that actually looks like you're confident, you're an expert, and you know what you talk about. Second story is these numbers can be outsourced, then this thing can never be outsourced, challenging the common belief and shift your perspective. This thing cannot be outsourced, this can be outsourced, but it will end up with bad results. For example, this someone you paid but know nothing about you and try to make you look an expert. Then said that you need system for ideation and editing, master scripting, recording, but I would say that you need only to master recording, that all of these things, ideation, scripting and editing, can someone makes for you from some system, for example in Claude Cowork. And the last thing is close 7th story. So want to see what our viral content system looks like. So want to see what our system name could look like inside your business. Reply with keyword, example Nexus. This call to action is very simple. That breaks down behind the scenes of that successful content. So basically these are the 5 examples how you can create these stories, and as a gift to you guys I have basically instruction on how to create your own, so custom GPT, Gemini Gem or Claude Agent, so you can create these type of stories. Basically I put this instruction, but I have knowledge also in the description, so you go to description, download the knowledge, and then paste this instruction into your custom GPT, Gemini Gem or Claude Agent, and you will have CCC Instagram stories that will generate angles for your story. You choose them and post on Instagram to generate more leads and more cash for your business. Now I will show you how this works. So on Claude, as you can see, I already testing this. I created Claude projects, but you can also create what you want. So as you can see, I have this instruction, paste this. So this is the same instruction that I put in my Miro board. For the best results in the files, you can put your files, so your document, your competitors, your YouTube videos, your sales transcript, etc. They need to know you, because it's the most important part of this is your touchness, is your business, is your perspective on that, and must know that. This is the clearest example I created. So sorry guys for the typo, because I write in so fast that I can record, because my camera is so hot that I need to hurry up with this video. I created a video how to create killer reels on Instagram, and I want a story sequence for that. Please, can you do that? Before I build your full sequence, let me ask you one question, and they will pop up your questions. So what is the main goal of stories? And you have this pop-up menu, so you can choose. I choose book calls. What is your target audience? So business owners. Perfect. Here are the 10 stories angles. Then we'll list out. You can choose from them. I choose myth busting, and here the full sequence. This is a wrong, but I missed that. So catch, convey, close, your face on camera, looking directly at lens, text overall, so it will describe you all of that, what the picture you use, what the text you put, and the exact angle you use for all of these stories. So slide 2, slide 3, and slide 4. Slide 5 is convert, and slide 6 is convert. So in these examples, we have catch someone's attention, slide 1, connect slide 2 and 3, 4, and slide 5 and 6 is convert. So 6 stories in this sequence. It's also have quick optimization tips. So post this sequence between 6 and 9 p.m. when business owners are most active. After people's reply reels, send the blueprint and follow up with this. By the way, if you want me to look at your specific reel strategy, I have a few spots open this week. Basically, it gives you all of this. So angle, what image you post, what text you do, and basically when to post, how to post, etc. It's so valuable, and I'm encouraging you to go to the description, download the knowledge, download the instruction, and you can start printing money with these stories. Now, of course, if you want more stuff about Instagram, about YouTube, etc., I created this video. So the only shorts blueprint that actually gets your clients or any other thing that's related to YouTube. So you can check these videos, like them, subscribe for the channel for more valuable content. So now you know all these systems, so how to create CCC framework Instagram stories, but how you can convert those leads that come from stories, because you don't want to miss that leads. And basically that's why I thought about this, and I see this as a incomplete information. And because of that, I will quickly show you DM settings that you can use to convert those leads that you get from stories into your clients. So let's go into the Gamma doc that I prepared. This is very quick from leads to clients. So we'll start first by beginning of conversation. So when a lead requests their first lead magnet, avoid reaching out immediately. So wait, maybe they want to see if you even send those, or if they want to check the quality of it. It's not 100% sign that they are interested in that and they have problem to solve by your lead magnet and by your help. Take your time to analyze if they are consistently watching your stories. You can see if they're like your reels, etc. Identify high intent prospects who have requested more than 3 lead magnets, so for example 5. You don't want to reach with the direct sales because it will instantly trigger their defensive mechanism, and which is the last thing we want when we're trying to build a relationship with our client, because when they turn that defensive mechanism, it's almost impossible to sell, and we don't want that. So always initiate the first contact as a friendly and general conversation. So successful business owners like Devin Jatto, like Creator Content Club, Nick Setting, that I will show you in the beginning of the video, prioritize automated follow-ups instead of instant pitches. So you don't have time to control every lead you get, and the best way you can do this is by using ManyChat to set up follow-up for your lead magnet, so they can ask something like, what do you think of this material? Did you have chance to look at it? So these are the examples. You can think of some other ways to follow up to the lead magnet. If they respond to your follow-up, even ask you question, although it's the first lead magnet, start the conversation, because they need their problem to be solved, and that lead magnet can be potentially be a bridge between them and your service. So your clients are actually friends. You're helping to achieve their goals. They're helping you and you helping them. So you help each other. Basically, in the beginning last year, I love to test a lot of creators and I want their free stuff. I commented on all of stories, I comment on all of posts and get these free stuffs, but never actually buy from any of them. So here are the system that Houston Cold uses. So for example, we can see his stories. I said, yes, I want this. He said, also send follow-up. So let me know if you got any questions. So this is also a proper way of follow-up questions to this. In addition to this, basically I write again, yes, it's not that matter, but afterwards send a voice note in which he said, like, I send you all the materials, but you don't talk back. So what you do, what is your business? So he start genuine conversation with me, what I'm doing, what my business is. I don't talk back at his stories, but eventually I get all his lead magnets, but of course I don't use them. With this, you start conversations. You have two choices. First is he requested more and more lead magnets. You see that they see your stories, comment or likes your reels, or they answered or asked questions to your follow-up for that lead magnet. You start the conversation, and the next is transition to business. So you start with a genuine conversation, and then we'll slowly transition into the business and into the pitch. The next step is starting the conversation. So you can use these two approaches. So approach one, ask them to tell you their pain points and struggles. Promise that you're gathering data for a video you will record to solve exactly those problems. This allows you to qualify their needs while providing them with future value. They will be open-armed to tell you their problems because of course they need to fix them, and they trust you. They don't see your sales motives in that, but they will of course tell you. Approach 2 is just start conversation with them to actually connect to a human and tell them questions questions slightly to qualify them into your call. So here are the examples of conversation. So the opener, hey, his name, I notice an accent in your videos, where are you from? So this works very well when the prospects are not from English speaking country or don't use English as a first language. So basically my type, because I speak Serbian, but my second language is English. So establishing commonality, that's cool, because he answered like, yeah, I'm from France or whatever. That's cool. English isn't my first language either, but just making content in it. Just a genuine conversation. The location bridge, I saw you're in London. I'm actually hosting a mastermind there soon. Are you based there or just visiting? Very, very simple. Then gathering recommendation. Basically, he said that he's in London, that he lives there. So I heard London has some amazing spots. Any places you would recommend for a small event? So basically ask them questions and make them help you with these questions, and basically this clears all the sales motive they will think that you have. Then slowly transition to business. So we are also looking to meet other like-minded entrepreneurs while we are there. So the what do you do pivot. How is the networking scene in London for what you do? Then identify the brand. I imagine there are some great locations there to film content for your personal brand. Genuine connotation. So I imagine there are some great places you can film your videos for a personal brand, because if they watch you, if they watch your educational content, they have problem to solve. That's highly chances they record those videos, and you want to connect them one more time with the thing that both of us record videos, record reels, maybe they record YouTube videos, etc. Opening the sales gap. How long have you been running your brand, and how has the content been going lately? Basically what any friends will ask them. Simply you can go deeper and deeper in conversation until you ask them to go on a call. We'll go quickly why these scripts work. So it starts with a general observation that is impossible to perceive as a sales pitch. You're building rapport by sharing a common ground. So because speaking English as a second language is a common ground between me and the clients that are speaking English as a second language. The transition to the London Mastermind provides a valid professional reason to keep talking. You're asking for their advice, so as we said, recommendation, which makes the lead feel valued and helpful. So they feel helpful, they think of themselves as a worth more. So the conversation naturally flows from where are you to what you do without any abrupt jumps. And basically here are some suggestions. So don't leave money on the table. If a lead stops responding, failing to follow up is essentially throwing away a potential deal, a potential lead, because you don't know if it's qualified or not, but you need to test it. You need to qualify them with a business conversation. Persistence. Unlike cold outreach, you don't need to be aggressive. You don't need to send 7 outreach messages and to message on every other day or every third day. Just a few nudges are enough to bring a warm friend back into the conversation. You can start with a 2-day or 3-day bump where they don't respond 2 and 3 days after with this example. So hey, their name, just bumping this in case you've got birdies, still interested in those London spots. Or 30-day, if they are completely ignore you but you don't sure if that's the case, you can ask this. Hey, their name, or hey, it's been a month since we last spoke. How has the content growth been going lately? Any big wins? So genuine conversation again. So the final transition, keep the conversation as a friend helping a friend until the very end. The sale only happens when you offer a call to solve their problem and they officially book it. And this is a post-booking mastery. So after they book a call, ensure you don't have the lead in silence after they book the call to prevent them from forgetting the value they will give, the connection they will build, or quitting due to any negative life events or challenges that come up in their business, because it's very likely to happen. Something bad happens, life happens, and they forget about you or they give up on their business and they need someone to push them further. Instead, do the following. Constantly remind them of the call. Second thing is tell them and truly prepare free gifts that they will receive on the call. Do not lie about gifts. You need to have gifts and to give something for free that will increase chances of them showing up on call. And this is important. Regardless of whether you close the deal or not, they will either way get those gifts. Third is send you processes and pricing in the form of a video on the day you are scheduled to have the call. I love to send the video of the prices because they know what the prices is and you will not surprise them by that. It's most likely that they will buy from you if I show up even if they know price and your process and how you will help them. If you close the deal, great, you now have a high paying client. But if you do not, handle it in these two scenarios. So scenario 1, if the lead does not see the value or has a completely negative opinion about your offer, just leave them alone and that's it. You cannot go back from it because you nurtured them, and then on a call they do not see value in that expense they will pay you, so leave them alone. So second scenario is that if they are not ready to invest that much money yet but would like to, continue to send follow-ups from time to time just so they can remember that you are the guy who can help them with so and so, with short form, with long form, any struggle they need to be fixed. That's the whole process of beginning on conversation, transition to business, post-booking mastery, and of course at the end action plan. So first is make a lead magnet or some resources that you will share. Make sure it's a truly high quality because it's a first impression to your prospect and you make sure it's truly high quality. Second, create a story in the CCC framework, so catch, convey, close, using a custom GPT, Gemini Gem or Cloud project. Basically you created with the knowledge and instruction that I will share you and it will be in description. Choose the angle that suits you best and select some images or frames from the video for that 3, 4, 5, 6 stories. 4 is post that story. 5, use DM setting to nurture leads from the story, and 6 is basically close the deal and now you have high paying clients just from that. So basically they see your stories. For example, we created AI tool, AI viral hooks. They see what is this about, you explain the situation, they comment a hook or any other keyword that you have, and then start conversation. You ask them questions like a genuine friend, transition to business and ask them to book a call. After they book a call, you remind them, tell them and truly prepare the gifts, send your processes, send the pricing, send every detail about your offer before the call on the day when it's call scheduled. You have 2 scenarios and an action plan. So this is completely system that you can use from stories to close deals. So as I said, this is so simple. As you can see, this is a very simple framework that does one job and does it well. It drives sales. And if you're using this, you're already on the right path because most creators relies on it. But if you want to scale your business on next level, you need to post content on YouTube. Therefore, if you want your entire content system to be handled by a professional team that comes up with ideas, write scripts, edit the videos, and manage the entire strategy, so you only need to record 2 to 3 hours of content per month and get many bonuses if you click the first link in description. That's it for this video. See you in the next one. Peace.